Can you kind of give a description about inventorying federal work and how that all goes about?
Yeah, as we know, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. A strong records management program is basically founded on knowing what your records are, where they're located, how they're maintained, what the medium is, etc. And that's why inventory is so important. It's the foundation of every good records program. And many of you have been with your agency from a federal or state or local perspective for several years. And you probably inherited, at least nothing else, file plans, but you probably inherited inventories when you started that job. If you're brand new or your agency is brand new, that might not be the case. But an inventory is basically intended to be a living document. It's going to change constantly, and you're going to constantly have to be reviewing it. First, because you add new systems and you add new records. And my agency added a new record series this year. But almost every year, you're going to have some change, either technology or a records type or a change in the retention schedule. If you're a Fed, you will have notices sent to you from your agency and from NARA about changes in schedules and in retention requirements. And secondly, because you can't always trust that what's come before you is completely accurate, you need to make sure that you're continually working on your inventories and keeping them up to date. Inventories are not evergreen. You can't just do them once and go, yay, I'm done. That's not how it works. So inventories are the key to whatever you do. The points of, or the parts of an inventory, we'll go into more detail in a bit, but basically an inventory is what is your activities, what are your business functions, and from that, what record series are you creating out of that function? And then secondly, it gives you a look at where are the records located, either in systems or in many cases you have things that are shared network folders, you have things that are being kept on personal drives, you have things in boxes that are not in any system because they're still paper, particularly if you're an old agency. And then a records inventory differs from a file plan in that an inventory is also helping you to project your future. By capturing the volume of the records that you have and the growth rate from year over year, you're going to be able to predict how much space, how many terabytes do we need of electronic storage, etc. So those are all kind of pieces of what you're going to have to capture in inventory. And then finally, the most important piece is what is the retention requirement? Whether you have a general retention schedule from NARA or you have an agency specific schedule, those are the kind of things that you're capturing.